You're now watching Downunder Derby TV. Hey there, you're watching Downunder Derby TV.
Hello Derby fans, welcome back to track one of the East Coast Invitational, brought to you by Roller Derby Heaven, Off Your Tree, and our hosts, the Central Coast Roller Derby United. Special thanks to Skate Victoria. You are watching on Downunder Derby TV, brought to you by Skate Project, Better Bearings, and our replays brought to you by Maitland Roller Derby League's Junkyard Jerks. I'm Copter, back again, and I'm here with...
Red Hot Chili Pepper. Hello, I'm back again too. Two familiar voices today. I think we've done a few games today, and haven't they been crackers?
Crackers. And look, speaking of things coming back, Game 6 looks an awful lot like Game 1.
It sure does. What was the outcome of that one again? Do you remember? I
do remember. So we have here today, we have Southside Derby Dolls of the Empire and Varsity Derby League's Rogue Scholars. Now, Southside bested the Rogues by 30 points the first game. And here is a bit of a revenge match. The Empire actually had to play one game in between the last two. But the Rogues are fresh. And speaking of the Rogues, do you want to run us through their roster?
Love to. Rogue Scholars in green this evening for you are 1066 Roxy Horror, 129 Hell Yeah, 1618 Brazen Ivy, 2063 Fast and Furiosa. Number 31 is Madam Lash. Number 310, Katality, 32 Bob and Weaver, 420, Hot Blocks, 489, Half Bloody Princess, 5446 is Franny, 77 Hayes, 9 is M Dash, and 99 is Cross Wensher. On your bench, you've got Eliminator, Jessica Rabbit, and Little Miss Spanky. We are just about underway.
So... just quickly, let's run through the Empire roster while we can. We've got 002, Violet Crumble-Her, 08, Lady Wreck, 108, Silent Surprise, 1922, Hissy Fit, 212 is Joe, 217 is Hypes, 32, Bailey Edge, 34, Bionic Bambi, 5, Catfink, 555, Sugar Hits, 57, and my favourite name of the tournament, Intravenous Demilo, 59 is Bad Wolf, 61 is Thunderbutt, and on the bench we have Shez, and I can see someone wearing a Gory Newman shirt in the bench area, so I imagine they're on the bench too.
I suspect so. Who have we got lining up?
Looks like Katality for the Rogues in green.
Absolutely.
Popping through for lead, and jamming for the Empire we have, it looks like
212, that's Joe.
And Joe's also through on her initial pass. So both teams with a bit to prove in this game. The Rogues to prove they can beat S2D2, and Southside to prove that it wasn't an accident the first time. Katality with a sneaky transition there to get her hips around those of Intravenous for 2 points, it looks like.
Next on the line, we're going to have Fast and Furiosa for the Rogue Scholars, and that looks like number 59, I believe that's Bad Wolf. She had a really, really great game in the last game. They played against the Kingston City Rollers, and it was a pretty hefty defeat, but Bad Wolf had a cracking game, picking up lead often. Let's see what Furiosa can do and what Bad Wolf can do with it this time. Furiosa pushing hard against a really beautifully braced south side wall.
Bad Wolf thought she had a line there, but Half Bloody Princess had something else to say about it, and Furiosa threw for lead.
Oh, some beautiful offense there from Sugar Hits. She goes to the bin for it, though.
And look, that inside line is cleared up for Furiosa. Gets 4 points.
Easy pass.
Look, big shout out there to Bob and Weaver and Hot Blocks really holding the inside line there for the Rogues.
Absolutely. Still one in the box for S2D2, the Empire. We are working on a points overlay, I believe, and it will be there soon. But at the moment, the score stands at Rogue Scholars sitting on 6 points. The Empire, S2D2 Empire, sitting on 0, still yet to crack the goose egg. All right, that looks like Hypes and Katality. So Katality through for the Rogue Scholars. Hypes has been caught by the Rogue Scholars, but not for very long. Grabs
great
a
offense
shirt
there from
whip.
Hissy Fit and Silent Surprise. They probably didn't hear her coming.
No, they didn't. Oh, boom tish. I hear what you're saying there.
So another great jam from the skaters in green there. Katality picking up a 4-0. Now, can we just talk about the skater who's lining up for the Rogues? It seems like literally only yesterday that I was helping Hell Yeah in Fresh Meat, and now she is taking the star, jamming for the Rogues, and she had a quite successful game against S2 this morning, so I'm excited to see her jam again.
She did, and she's very tenacious, actually. I haven't seen her skate in gameplay yet, but I tell you what, I had a lot of fun watching her skate in gameplay. Here she goes again. Looking for that hot blocks, doing some beautiful offensive work for her, but a little bump out by the captain of the Empire.
Half Bloody Princess there, just going through on the inside and letting Hell Yeah sneak in behind her. Hell Yeah had already started the stash, but then found herself out of the pack.
She went, yep, there's my opportunity, and busted through. Beautifully, beautifully opportunistic. And again, here, puts on the gas to see if she can pick one up the back. She doesn't manage, so that's a 3-0 jam in the Empire's favour, but not for want of trying. And
so that makes it 10 to Rogues and 3 for the Empire. Look, a big props there to Half Bloody Princess, who did a little cheeky run as she saw the jammer get in, and Southside Jammer deciding that the risk that Hell Yeah might score points while she went after Half Bloody Princess point wasn't worth it, and called that jam off for 3. So she successfully saved 1 point there, and that's great work.
Katality back on the line for the Rogue Scholars. Hung up a little bit on this back wall, but she is aiming at those seams really beautifully.
And there's Fran Sass.
That's Joe coming through. Number 212 for the Empire gets lead jammer.
So Katality there finds the inside unguarded, but unfortunately so does Joe. And she's not unfortunately for the Rogues, but great news for Southside.
Yep.
That inside line was still open for Joe, and Joe calls that off for a 4-0 jam.
It's kind of handy when you recognise the skaters by name straight up, isn't it? Not having to search them up on a roster. It's like, oh. So this time we got Fast and Furiosa on the line for the Rogue Scholars. I can't actually see who's on the line for the Empire because our lovely outside pack ref KK is doing her job. She'll continue to do her job. She'll just do it in a different place and I'll be able to see in a second. That is Bad Wolf.
Bad Wolf and Furiosa there, like...
Through like hot knife, through butter, any of those other cliches that you so desire. And absolutely
Hayes.
Beautiful exit hit by Hayes.
She's a recent transfer to Varsity and really making a name for herself on the Rogue Scholars. So
absolutely. Just never say die attitude, really. She's just not going to never give up. She's just going to stay in front of the jammer at all costs and does so very, very successfully. Buys Fast and Furiosa for a good couple of seconds.
Oh, Apex
Huge
Yump.
Apex Yump. She is yamming like a bios. Absolutely beautiful. Do you see the air on that?
I did.
Here we go. Let's see
Let's do it again.
if the Junkyard Jerks are going to give us an excellent
and Yump.
Yump. Oh, so
Now,
clean and so beautiful.
In good news, even though she did fall over, the first thing that hit the ground
was her foot, and it was
her
on the
foot,
right
so
side of the line.
That counts as in. So a 9-0 jam, including an Apex Yump for Fast and Furiosa. So that's 19-7. The score stands in favour of the Rogue Scholars.
Lining up, we have a Katality for the Rogue Scholars. Cannot currently see for Is that Joe? That is Joe, and she takes a good, clean outside line. Full lead jammer. Katality still hung up in the back there, but the offense comes back from the Rogue Scholars to free her.
Francis, one of the Rogue Scholars' newer skaters. This is her first tournament. Just delivering there a beautiful screen for her jammer, getting her jammer out on initial. So great work there from a new skater. I'm about that. I'm
not mad at it either. All right.
Looks like a 4-0 jam in favour of Joe. Again, the makings of a cracker for that one. She's it's only 7 minutes in and she's already put on a significant amount of points. So good on her.
Yeah, well, look, it's 7 minutes in, but it's still only 19 to the Rogue Scholars and 11 to the Empire. So it's not a high-scoring game by any stretch of the imagination. I've seen games blow out well beyond this.
I think none of the blockers on either of these teams is keen to let the jammer pass them even once, and that's really showing both in the gameplay and also the scoreline.
Absolutely. So it's going to be really... It feels like this is turned into, to start with, beautiful feet by Furiosa out for lead. But it looks like this might be a little bit of one of those... hit and quit kind of games. Short, sharp jams. Grab your points. Call it off. Rest for 30 seconds.
Hot blocks there, just doing a little screen on intravenous to Milo.
Furiosa going in a bit hot. Just check in. Some roller derby just happened, so let's...
So we'll give you a quick score update. It's still 19-11. I think there might be 1 or 2 points further to be added. But while we're waiting for those scores to be added, let's shout out to the event sponsors here at the very first East Coast Invitational. Roller Derby Heaven, Off Your Tree, and our hosts, the Central Coast Roller Derby United, with special thanks to Skate Victoria. You're watching it. If you're not here in person, on Downunder Derby TV, brought to you by Skate Project, Better Bearings, and our replays brought to you by Maitland Roller Derby League's Junkyard Jerks.
Do make sure you jump on the Downunder Derby TV, hit the wee subscribe button and the little bell notification, the little bell so you get your notifications whenever a nice new video is up, because they're up all the time. Downunder Derby TV working tirelessly to bring you all of the derby, juicy derby action all up and down the East Coast.
You know, recently watched the Big O, and there was some great roller derby there, but there was something missing. And then I watched back, admittedly self-indulgently, watched back some of the MRDA Down Under tournament that was brought to you by Down Under Derby TV, and damn, that coverage was solid.
Right? All of the coverage has been crackingly good. It's so easy to watch, and it's always there, and there's always something new, and it covers a huge, vast, broad section of the Australian roller derby community. So just subscribe; you won't regret it.
And if you see Down Under Derby TV commentators, buy them food or a chicken burger or something, like right now. That'd be awesome.
There's an open bar over there. You bring us a drink, that'd be great.
Shout out to anyone who brings us a drink. So we are back at it. Thankfully, injury timeout short, and our skater leaving the track under her own steam.
So it looks like Brazen Ivy taking the star for Rogues, and silent surprise for S2D2.
And if you didn't hear James because he didn't speak up, that's silent surprise. You can't mumble. She's not called mumble surprise.
Oh, and silent surprise.
Oh, going for a cut.
Going for a cut.
I didn't even see that. It must have been one of those microscopic ones.
And Brazen Ivy through for lead. Brazen Ivy, I think she's played one or two tournaments before, but she's still a newer skater. But look at her confidently wearing the star for her team. I'm about that.
She loves it. This girl eats and breathes roller derby. She's obsessed. And it shows. That sugar hits. Yeah.
She has been delivering exit hits on this track all day.
Yep.
But Brazen Ivy, 3 for 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
And silent surprise, back out of it. She's back out of the bin.
Shh. And she's got the star stashed. And I don't think they noticed.
Crossbencher noticed, but she didn't quite get there in time.
Not quite in time.
That was an admirable
chase down. Absolutely. Yep.
Not quite there. High fives all around on the Rogue Scholars bench. I think it's 7-0. We'll just wait for the score trackers to reflect the jam refs signals on the screen, and we can give you a up-to-date, up-to-the-minute score
Jammer high fives also. These teams are good friends. And it shows because they're all smiling, having a great time. Lots of laughter. But at the same time, who's going to win?
Okay, scoreboard not updated from that last jam.
Maybe not. No, it doesn't appear to have been.
No one seems to notice. Okay, well, we will give you up-to-date score information as we can. Okay, so it's 27-11 with this last jam going 7-0 in favour of the Rogue Scholars.
Fatality getting the double whistle. She's through for lead jammer.
She's through for lead jammer. And Bad Wolf, again, Bad Wolf, she's through. She's only a quarter of a track behind.
Fatality, though. Her team is already starting to pick off points from the back. She gets past number 57 and calls it off, realising that that's enough for now.
Look, that's a really smart play there from Fatality. She saw that the bin was empty for her team. She had a penalty-free, no-risk point there.
Absolutely. Took it. Called it.
She took 1-0, so it's now 28-11. That's a smart roller derby from the Rogue Scholars.
Absolutely. It's a really good heads up, I reckon. Just taking that quick look over your shoulder, work out where the other jammer is, and if she's right there, then just take what you can get. Absolutely.
This looks like Fast and Furiosa and Joe.
Yep. Fast and Furiosa.
On the toe stops, up the inside line.
Fast and Furious, and away she goes. She's got a good lead because Bad Wolf is only just breaking the pack now. Crosswencher making that quite difficult for her, as is who's that Brazen Ivy giving her a little knock on the way out.
So that's Joe exiting the pack for S2.
Oh, and a beautiful knockout hit by 217, which is Hypes from the Empire. Some confusion over whether the jam is completed, which it has. And we'll probably
so Joe is the only person still skating, wondering why all her friends left the track. There is a little bit of whistle bleed. I don't know if you can hear it on the live track, but on the viewing. But as you can see in the background, there's actually another game behind that blue covering, and it's quite close. So sometimes there's occasional confusion about which game the whistles are, but our skaters are dealing with it admirably.
It does happen, and occasionally there's a bit of confusion, but it doesn't matter because we'll be back to it again in roughly... Let's watch this jam timer. 5 seconds from now. There's the hand. There's the call.
The score sits at 30 for the Rogue Scholars and 11 for the Empire. The Empire in the purple and the Rogues in...
and a big jammer knockout. What is going to happen? Is she going to take the bait?
Interesting strategy here from Kaitati because she's got a pack advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
But
and
she
makes
realizes
it, and she makes it work, and away she goes.
Great. She used the run up there.
Absolutely. She knew that. What's the?
We've got a forearms for Sugar Hits.
From Sugar Hits.
Katality stays in by virtue of running into Half Bloody Princess.
Bouncing off her own teammate, which is fine.
Excellent accidental offense there.
Yes, finds an inside line.
And she's through. Bob and Weaver there sent for a pack penalty.
Katality smiling all the way around the track.
I think she was firing some finger guns at Sugar Hits in the bin.
Oh no! Well, they're good friends, so I bet Sugar Hits fired them straight on back. good toes. 5 more points. So really great toes. Good to see a thumb out on that referee as well. That's 5 points for Katality, bringing this to a 10-0 jam for the Rogue Scholars.
Yeah, Sugar Hits about to re-enter the track. Rogue. Didn't quite see her coming.
Katality giving her a wee nudge on the way through, though.
Yeah.
Calling it off.
So it looks like a 15-0 jam, which takes us to 45 for Varsity Derby League's Rogue Scholars and 11 for Southside Derby Dolls The Empire.
Southside Derby Dolls on their third game for the day, so potentially that's part of their game. Bit tired? I would be too, because it has been strangely humid and cold and hot all the time here today. Oh dear. Jam is on. Some confusion over the contact from the jammers. Fast and Furiosa with her hands in the air, but she gets moving through the pack and starts to work on that triangle of purple from the Empire. Finds a line right down the middle and is out for lead jammer. Joe following closely. She's about 30 or 40 feet behind Fast and Furiosa.
Fury sending some very clear instructions to her pack. Hot Blocks picks it up.
Mm-hmm.
Big high fives there between the pivot and the jammer. Fury called for some points. Hot Blocks put one of the S2 D2 skaters out of bounds. That was a simple point.
Yeah, money for jam.
Money for jam, and also there was a blocker in the box, so that's double your money for jam.
Absolutely, that's good value from any angle you look at it.
And now it's we're sitting at 47 for the Rogue Scholars to 11 for S2 D2's The Empire.
And we have got Brazen Ivy for the Rogue Scholars in green up against Bad Wolf, pushing hard against that really solid formation at the back. Both jammers pushing hard. Half Bloody Princess very, very capably bridging in the centre. Still no ground for either Brazen Ivy or Bad Wolf. Oh, big pile up in the back. Brazen Ivy still pushing at the front.
And that's a forearms there for Bad Wolf.
Making this a power jam for Brazen Ivy.
And she's just popped through for lead.
Absolutely. This is where the Rogues will have to start thinking about how they're going to make points for their jammer. So they think right at the moment the best thing is to give her a go and work it out from there. Brazen makes short work of that pack and is through for 5 points. Approaching the pack again. And is knocked out by Hypes, but
Stay wide.
finds herself some space and is now working on the S2 wall. Up comes the Cavalry, but they're a little bit busy because Bad Wolf has returned to the track. Is through, but is not going to get a chance because Brazen Ivy calls that off with how many in a pocket for this pass?
Looks like that was an 8-0 jam. So
8-0, 3
there.
points on that pass.
And that puts it at 55 to 11.
Thank you very much, because I don't know if we've got a score update on the stream, so Copter's doing a far better job at updating the scores for me. So 55 in the Rogues' favour, 11 to S2D2 the Empire. 5-second call. Slight pack disadvantage for the Rogue Scholars.
But they don't let it bother them. They're actually sliding that triangle right down
and
onto
just putting that other player in the triangle, and
KT is
fatality through for lead. But hot on her heels is 2-on-2 Joe from the Empire. Oh, beautiful points pick up. Oh. Picking up 1 point off the back. Great. Beautifully timed.
So we've just short of 14 minutes to go. We're looking at 57 to the Rogue Scholars and 11 to S2D2's The Empire.
Mm-hmm. We would. I was going to have team timeout, and it is going to be taken by.
It looks like it's the Rogues as Jessica Rabid runs back from the middle.
Absolutely. It's been a big day. Just like to run you through the East Coast Invitational. This is the first year this is running.
What a great tournament, hey?
It's been fantastic. CCRDU has very, very kindly hosted us here at Niagara Park in Gosford. 2 divisions, 2 days, massive weekend of roller derby. In Division 1, you're going to see the Sydney Roller Derby League Snipers, the Varsity Derby League Dishonour Rollers.
They're pretty good, hey?
Yeah, they're my favourite. Central Coast Roller Derby United Valkyries, Victorian Roller Derby Notorious V.I.Cs, Southside Derby Dolls The Force, which is their A team, Northside Rollers, Death Stars, Canberra Roller Derby League Varsity Rollers, and the Brisbane City Rollers Punk Blockers, all of which have played today. And we're lucky, this is the second division in this. So Division 2, you're going to see Varsity Derby League B team, which is who you're watching today, the Rogue Scholars. In West Roller Derby League, Skatecrashers, the Kingston City Rollers. The Sydney Roller Derby League, Mercenaries, which is their C team. Southside Derby Dolls, the Empire, which is the team you're watching right now. And Brisbane City Rollers, Nasty Nancies. So it's not even a bad turnout. Some of these teams have travelled from Queensland and Victoria. It's the whole eastern seaboard.
It's just a fantastic tournament here, and so where the action is back, we have Fast and Furiosa wearing the star for the Rogue Scholars, and it looks like Sugar Hits in the
and
star.
Just so persistent down that outside line. Picks up lead jammer ahead of Sugar Hits from the Empire.
Yep, and Sugar Hits tries on a run on the inside. Hot Blocks says no, but then Sugar Hits fights back, and coming out the apex there
Just muscles through.
Just muscles through. And Fast and Furious, they're making quick work to get 4 points. Great pass there from her. Oh, here we have on the replay. There we are. Dodges one, knocks one over, gets
Jumps
up
her,
behind her,
calls
and
it
passes
off.
her upright. Excellent work there from Furiosa to put all 4 points in the bag. And
And also excellent work from the Junkyard Jerks for that amazing replay.
absolutely.
Thanks, Maitland Roller Derby.
Don't know what we do without those Junkyard Jerk replays.
Absolutely. All right.
So it looks like we have our scoreboard overlay.
Oh, hooray, there it is. This is super handy. Oops. We're going to leave this jam here for a second.
And we're just going to thank the sponsors of the tournament, this wonderful tournament that Jilly Pepper was talking about, all of the teams that are coming, but it wouldn't be possible without Roller Derby Heaven, Off Your Tree, our hosts, the Central Coast Roller Derby Union, and special thanks to Skate Victoria. Your coverage today brought to you on Downunder Derby TV by Skate Project, Better Bearings, and the fantastic replays from the Maitland Roller Derby League Junkyard Jerks.
Absolutely. So much support. Jump online, go and take a look at all of their amazing websites. www.rollerderbyheaven.com.au. Off Your Tree, I suspect it's www in the front and .com.au at the end. A simple Google search is going to sort that right out for you. If you're actually here in the venue or you've gone home for the night and you're watching remotely, make sure you check out these vendors that are actually here. There are heaps of vendors.
And if you're watching this from your house and that house is somewhere near Gosford, I would significantly reconsider your life choices for tomorrow. As we get towards the finals that are playing tomorrow, the games are going to get more better. And people should absolutely get out of their house if you live in or near Gosford and come on down.
Yeah, look, that's a total no-brainer.
I'm sorry, I just got to chime in and say that someone earlier said, watch the stream for the grammar, stay for the derby.
That was us.
It gets more better tomorrow.
More betterist, I think it was. Yeah. Look,
it's already better, and tomorrow it's going to be even more better.
More better.
So it looks like a power start here, and hell yeah is
hell yeah
is
such
taking
a fun name to say.
And she is ably assisted by Roxy Horror, another one of our new skaters.
Hot Blocks in the fray, 420 there for the Rogue Scholars, just making life horrible for those blockers because it's so hard for them to do their job when she's up there mixing them up like a milkshake. Almost a full rotation around the track, but on turn 3, hell yeah, emerges victorious from the pack and is declared lead jammer. Lady Wreck has decided to go the long way around, is chasing her down and intends to shadow her through that track, but Rogue Scholars see her coming.
Lady Wreck hits the pack with speed, and Hot Blocks, Hayes, and Roxy Horror, they were there for it. They were like, no, I don't care that you took a whole lap run up. We gotcha. So great blocking there. But look, also some great strategy there from the Southside Jammer, taking the long way around and being like, well, if I'm going to get through, I'm going to throw as much momentum at that wall as I can. Great strategy. Just didn't work this time.
Yeah, all they said, she knew they could see the star. There was no sneaking through. She might as well go with a run up. All right, who have we got jamming? That looks like
Hypes and Katality.
It is. Hypes, not in the jam rotation for the last game, strangely enough. She did jam quite prolifically for the first game against the Rogue Scholars today, but didn't jam at all against the Kingston City Rollers. So it's good to see her back with a star on her head.
Great hit there from Half Bloody Princess, but it was insufficient to get Hypes out of bounds.
Is it just me, or is Hypes quite quick?
Hypes, she's pretty fast.
Yeah, she looks quite quick to me. Here on your Junkyard Jerks replay, you're going to see those beautiful...
Fatality hits the pack with speed.
Yep.
Junkyard Jerks says it all. If you're hitting the pack with speed and they blockers don't get in your way, that's 4 points.
Nice open lane for her there. Good easy points for Rogue Scholars. Now sitting on 68 points, leading over the Empire, sitting on 11 points with 10 minutes left to go, precisely, in the first period.
So I've got Eyes on Furiosa, the jammer for Rogues, who
gets through like a wacky, wobbling, inflatable tube arm man.
I'm sure we'll get another look at that initial pass on the... I just don't understand the physics of Furiosa sometimes, but I understand that she puts on points.
And I think she lives in a fourth dimension. Here you are, the Junkyard Jerks instant replay is going to catch up for us.
We're watching the outside line.
No space.
Wacky, wavy, inflatable tube arm man, and she's through.
Yeah, she's a rubber band girl.
Rubber band girl, but look, one of those rubber bands that's scoring a lot of points today.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure her bench is not sad about it.
No, and look, they kind of kept her under wraps a little bit in the first game. They didn't really put her in the jammer roster in game 1. But they've pulled her out in game 2, and she is pulling it out.
She is. Hypes, though, however, is making great progress until she picks up a forearms penalty.
So her feet were great, but her upper body perhaps not so great on that pass there.
So Katality she's the captain of the Rogue Scholars, is declared lead jammer. Half-Bloody Princess already picking up a point on the back there.
Unfortunately getting a clockwise block for it.
Oh, and forgetting she doesn't have to go the long way to the box either. Darn it.
Yeah, and Game Over said she was already travelling clockwise, so maybe she should have gone clockwise to the box.
Just kept going. Katality looking at foursome points now and does so. Spins through.
Spin to win.
Yep, absolutely. Just completely confounds that wall. Very smart move.
She's throwing up some love heart gangster signs to the fellow jammer in the box on the way through.
Yeah, I told you, they good friends.
And now
she's gone for a back block though.
Block.
No. That's all right. It's a bit of a bummer though. Hype's had sat the full 30 seconds, so Katality's going to sit a full 30 seconds herself. This jam's going to go for the full 2 minutes.
And Hype's just killing it on the initial pass there. Running up the inside line. Crosswencher didn't quite have the line covered, and she's through.
Oh,
this time
again. Scooting around the outside.
Oh. S2 being really quite offensive in this power jam, which
I'm offended by how offensive. All right, Katality joining back in the fray.
She got back to the pack to realise that everyone had stopped playing because the jam had ended.
Yeah, that's that whistle bleed again. I think what was the jam gone? Valiant effort though. So it's a very healthy lead for the Rogue Scholars now. It is. Just under 7 minutes to go in this first half, 85-21. This is not at all a replay of the game this morning, is it?
Not at all.
No, not at all.
So
my goodness. Look at... Oh.
Last line of defence there is Bloxy, but Bloxy goes down. But Fury's not lead jammer, but she's in the lead.
Yeah, she's in front. And already shouting out instructions to her pack. Hayes sitting in the box, but look, Fury's just picked up all the points.
All the points, and it looks like maybe just Bloxy to go. Oh, Bloxy
takes a seat.
It looks like she's got lovely long legs, but this time she got caught up in her own long legs. And
I think you know how people can sometimes tie a cherry. A cherry
here it is.
Stem with here we go.
Oh no,
she
I think as she went through, she just maybe clipped
wheels
with one of the Southside blockers.
It sucks. I hate wheel clips so much.
She doesn't. She has a little fall in her bot, but she got up ready to block again.
Did you say bod? I'm not mad at it. All right, Brazen Ivy on the line, making progress against the south side wall and does so. Hypes. Oh no, is that Hypes?
It is Hypes.
It is Hypes. Hung up on the Varsity Derby League Rogue Scholars wall. Still hung up. Hayes joins the pack again out of the...
Great positional blocking there
Absolutely.
From Frances, number 5446.
Easy pass for Brazen Ivy.
These are Franny's first games here at this tournament.
I love that.
I remember coaching her through Fresh Meat, and I'm super stoked to see her with her number and the team uniform.
Brazen's toes. Wait, what? Did you just see that?
I saw that. And the best thing about it was that, yes, she did actually touch out of bounds, but it was happened after the blocker who hit her out touchdown. And she knew the rules, so she kept going. Great pass there from Brazen. Oh, look at that.
Oh, my goodness. She's so good at baiting, isn't she?
Yeah,
and she's just so fantastic. She's pleased with that too.
Yeah,
Hopefully you get a shot of her with her arms up. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. These feet.
So she's up. The blocker steps out.
And she goes, yep, it's fine.
It's fine. So great work there.
Thank you,
Actually,
Junkyard Jerks, for that instant replay.
Watching it on the second time from the Junkyard Jerks, I don't even know
I
if
don't
she
know if
did
she
go
did.
outside. I think she
But that's
actually
okay.
stayed inside.
Just subscribe to Downunder Derby TV. You can watch it over and over again.
Exactly.
You just go double tap on the left and it goes 10 seconds back. You can just watch it. You go, it's great.
So
it's my favourite thing. Oh.
Great pass there from Joe.
Fatality really working very well, hitting the seams of the defensive structures of our side, the Empire. And it's working for her because she has made short work of it. Oh, and a back block called on Joe.
Yeah, so this is quite an interesting back block there. No one went down or out of bounds, but her contact on the blocker on the outside to the back allowed her to pass the blocker on the inside part there of the wall, thus improving her relative position. So a very nuanced call there from Game Over, but Game Over knows the rules and will apply them accordingly.
Absolutely. Fatality through 5 points. Loz with his thumb out there, or with their thumb out there. Excuse me. And pass around there. Oh, touches down on the outside. Correct.
Great work there from Sugar Hits. Puts her hand in the air.
Tightrope walks down the inside. Sugar Hits off to the bin.
She's low-key disappointed, I think, about that back block.
Does that low-key have an asterisk on the end of it? Quite. She didn't look happy about that. But she did it. She went.
It's going to be some Jammer Dosey Do.
Yep. Don't say Jammer Dosey Do because the other Jammer's still on the track for starters.
Oh, that's true. Sorry, I'm getting blockers and jammers mixed up. Kaytali's just gone to the bin by herself.
It's been a really big day of roller derby at the East Coast Invitational. It's been huge.
It's been huge.
Huge. Joe calling for that offense. It works. She's through very easily. I didn't want to say hot knife through butter. That gets just overused.
So I was reading today you should actually cut cake with a hot knife as well. So maybe a hot knife through cake.
That sounds pretty delicious.
Cake is pretty delicious.
Let's go with that.
Like a hot knife through cake. So coming up on just under 2 minutes left in the first half. The Rogue's doing pretty well here.
Again, here on the replay. Fatality squeaking down the inside, touching, probably just bouncing back in off the rope, I reckon.
I think so. And look, the Junkyard Jerks love seeing those nifty passes from jammers, and we like seeing them too.
I know.
So
how good are those instant
the
replays?
Junkyard Jerks for bringing us those cute passes there from jammers like Fatality. Scores 114 to the Rogue Scholars, 39 to the Empire. The game doesn't feel like the margin would suggest it does.
Oh, we have an official review. I'm going to go and see what that's all about. I'm going to go spy.
Jilly Pepper stole my job. I'll give you a replay. Alrighty. Looks like the Junkyard Jerks are going to give us some footage. Yeah, Fatality there. She's stepped out. Oh, that was a great exit hit there from Sugar Hits. Sugar Hits has been doing some fantastic exit hit work. So we can see now the
official review. Zoom in on the officials.
The officials huddling, and you can see there we've got captains and alternates from both teams in the centre. And there you can see in the 2-3 my co-commentator Jilly. And now the ref's going off for conference. All right, here comes Jill. Jill's going to give us a quick rundown of what the Happy Haps is.
I am. So in that last jam, there was a back block call called on one of the S2D2 on the S2D2 players, which was upgraded to an expulsion. Apparently, Gory Newman, their bench coach, has said that he would like removal of said penalty. Believes that the back block was not egregious. Let's see if we can find it. Calling basically for the removal of the penalty. Because doesn't even think it was a back block. So we're just going to have to wait and see what the referee crew... Maybe it's that.
That's all own team.
Yeah, that's all own team. So I didn't see an expulsion. I didn't see anybody in the bin looking like they were going to be expelled. Junkyard Jerks here very cleverly or very helpfully assisting us to try and find this call. Just bear with us while we try and work out what's happening.
No, I think it's the second clip, but like a few seconds before that.
Not sure if we've got it on replay, but there looks like there's a bunch of stuff going on there, but I'm not sure.
No, that's all. That looks all on team.
Yeah, it looks... Well, that's a rogue hitting a couple of...
So Junkyard Jerks can't find it, but if the refs have seen it, then the refs have seen it.
We will hopefully be able to... I was hoping one of the refs would come and give us a down low on that, but it doesn't look like the official review was upheld anyway. I didn't even see anybody get expelled, so look, we're going to have to go and find out what happened, and we'll come back to you on that. All right, back to the action now. We have Katality jamming for the Rogue Scholars. Has just picked up lead. She's through the pack. And that appears to be... That's Lady Wreck, captain of the Empire, through on her initial pass. Whilst Katality is now starting to make her points and calling it off. Points going up for the Rogue Scholars, another full suite of 4. Bring the score to 118. So that's 118 points to the Rogue Scholars. A very, very healthy lead to the Empire, S2D2's Empire, on 39 points.
I think it's important to note that the scoreline of the previous game that these two played against each other was 160 to 130. So the Rogues have almost outscored themselves from the last game in this first half. And with Fury lead, they might actually get to 130.
You know, yeah, I don't think that's unlikely, to be perfectly honest. Fury is just having an absolutely cracking game. Maybe...
Calling in for some O there. Hot blocks, clearing a line.
Absolutely gets it. She hops through, hips first, smile on her face, very stylish call off.
Now that is the second time I've seen Fast and Furiosa call out to Hot Blocks in the pack, and then Hot Blocks just delivering what I would call some sick O. Yeah,
absolutely sicko. Like, it's just... Those two seem to communicate, and it's really lovely because they communicate on approach. They communicate as she's going through, and as she's leaving, she's like, "Thanks, Blocks." Big hand in the air, waves at her. "Cheers, mate. That was awesome."
It's great to see that kind of relationship between a jammer and her O.
Absolutely. I love that. I can see Loz has just gone over to the Rogue Scholars and made the skating out of bounds movement. I'm not sure what that is. I wonder if we're going to see a Rogue head to the penalty box in the intermission. Anyway, look, we're going to go away. We're going to find out what the result of that official review was, and we'll be back after a few words from our sponsors.
Downunder Derby TV.
Hi, I'm Judge Booty. We are the VR, the Virgin Regime. We are a worldwide collective of queer skaters, their allies and their supporters. Roller derby is an inclusive sport. No matter how you identify or who you love, there is a team near you who will welcome you with loving arms and massive bruises.
Hello, Roller Derby YouTube land. Welcome back to Down Under Derby's coverage of the East Coast Invitational. Down Under Derby TV is brought to you by Skate Project, Better Bearings, and Maitland Roller Derby's Junkyard Jerks. I'm Copter.
I'm Red Hot Chili Pepper.
And you're stuck with us for the next 30 minutes.
Small price to pay to be able to watch this amazing free coverage of the ECI, the East Coast Invitational 2017 inaugural year. Absolutely cracking day of roller derby so far. Absolutely cracking half of this game in particular against the Varsity Derby League Rogue Scholars, currently sitting on 118 points. Nice healthy lead over the Southside Derby Dolls, the Empire, sitting on 39 points. We're about to get back into the action.
So if you missed the first half, you would have missed us talking about how this is a rematch of Game 1 from today.
It is.
A little quirk of tournament design has put these teams back in each other's faces.
Mm-hmm.
The Empire was successful in the game this morning, but they then had to play another game where the Rogues have had
Sure did.
have had a rest between these two games.
Maybe that's what...
I think what's happened is the Rogues have had a bit of a chat, made a few little tweaks to their lineup.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Fast and Furiosa has been one of those said tweaks. It seems to be putting the points on the board in spades for them.
Look at that wall, that tsunami of purple offense there.
Mm-hmm. That was the perfect textbook example of an inside sweep. That gets who's that? That's
ref down.
Oh, they're buying the drinks. That's 2-1-2. Joe jamming for the Empire, and if she's through on an easy pass,
so
this is a power jam with a substantial blocker advantage. Not for long though. Two more of our Rogues and
Furiosa.
Stashing.
Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Threw on her initial pass from the bin.
Mm-hmm. She does have a little bit of ground to make up before she's got the opportunity at scoring any points, but she's certainly putting the pressure on Joe to call this jam off before she's got too much time to do much about it. Oh, I reckon there's going to be points on both sides there. There are 3 for Fast and Furiosa, and she's pleased about it. And 3 points also for Joe.
So here we have the Junkyard Jerk replay.
Junkyard Jerk replay of a referee going, go around me.
Yes, look.
I need some time to get up.
While I don't enjoy laughing at a referee's expense, what I do enjoy is how the referee was signalling go around me as soon as they hit the deck. So
yeah, and then both of the other two outside pack refs immediately assume positions until she's back up, and she just takes over the back pack ref. Absolutely brilliant. Fatality through fast lead jammer.
Princess.
Half bloody Princess. Putting Bad Wolf out on the outside though. She's having none of it. Bad Wolf persisting with the inside line. It's not going to work this time. Finds herself pushed to the infield and needing to reset behind her teammates.
Fatality, easy pass on the outside there. Little screen from her blockers.
Yep. S2D2 blockers now having a bit of a think about how it is they can help, and they do so beautifully. Intravenous de Milo just getting in the way, not making any big movements, but just getting in the way. However, not seeing Fatality, who passes again for an easy 5 points. Oh, Bad Wolf on the way to the bin. Where's her jam ref? What's the call?
Unfortunately, because she was so close to the bin at the time, that jam ref didn't signal the penalty for very long. So
yeah.
Sure
whatever it was not the right thing to do, and she now needs to go and think about it for 30 seconds. Fatality has a nice, easy pass. There's not a lot these two blockers for Southside.
The Rogue Scholars, they're just shutting the gate, keeping Hypes stuck behind the wall with the rest of her friends in front of the wall.
Yeah.
Keeping them separated and allowing KT another 5-point pass. This is 25 points already for KT. Great jam here for the Rogue Scholars.
Bad Wolf back on track, but the Rogue Scholars see it and they are having none of it. Forming up in front of her.
Crosswench there giving her curry.
Giving her curry. We had a conversation about that with blocking the last
Unfortunately, she also gave her that curry with a forearm, so Game Over has instructed her to leave the track temporarily.
Whoops. Brazen Ivy. Yep, there you go. She's just realised she's straddling the line. Resets. Both jammers out in the free and clear spaces. And this is a really great opportunity for the Rogue Scholars to get that pack moving, because they have got one blocker sitting in the bin. Get the pack moving, make the jam go for a really long time, burn the penalty, and do so until it becomes too risky. Call it off.
And it's a 33-point jam there for K-Tail.
Yeah, look. Yeah.
I mean, that's okay, I guess.
Yeah, that's okay, I guess. It's incredible. She's done an incredible job there. High fives. Yes, look at that camaraderie. Just love it.
Thanks, Junkyard Jerks.
Yeah. I'm going to watch that one again and again as well. All right. Lining up is 212 Joe for the Empire, and that looks like hell yeah for the Rogue Scholars. Both jammers making progress, but Joe is out first and lead for S2D2 the Empire. Oh, hell yeah. Push to the inside, but she gets sat on and needs a minute to recover.
Alrighty, so the East Coast Invitational, first time it's ever been run. Brilliant tournament, 14 teams from all up the eastern seaboard. Brought to you thanks to Roller Derby Heaven off your tree and our wonderful host, the Central Coast Roller Derby Union, with special thanks to Skate Victoria. I'm just loving myself sick today, Peps.
What do you mean today?
I've seen some great roller derby. I've got to commentate some great roller derby, and I'm just real excited about this tournament. I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be great.
I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be great. Got another game tomorrow, but maybe two. I don't know. You tell me.
You've got two. Ideally, we're
Okay.
playing first thing and then last thing because it will make the finals.
Oh well, let's do that.
And look, good news. Hell yeah, she took a bit of a tumble, but she got herself up.
Yeah.
She is going over and talking to the medics, but she looks like she's weight bearing on both feet, which is always my first test.
Yeah, upright and vertical, upright and breathing. That's always the very best. And it looks like she's just getting checked out because she gets sat on.
Yeah. So hopefully,
quite hard.
Hopefully she's well. Hopefully she'll be back. If not today, then tomorrow.
And I've just seen the Southside jammer Joe pop over to the Rogue Scholars bench and just go, God, I hope she's all right. Sorry. I hope everything's okay. So again, so much love in this derby community. It's an easy sport to love. Yo. Get on it. How are we looking? So the Rogue Scholars have opened this up to a 102-point lead, which means they now can, with 25 minutes and 44 seconds left on the period clock, I would say they probably can wind it in a little bit. Just play some good. Well, this is going to be their last game, no?
No, they've got one more game tomorrow.
Yeah, so they've now got a little bit of room to move up their sleeves by the looks of it. They can maybe have a think about the long game. Using your resources up over a tournament is something that happens over 2 days.
Yeah, so the Rogues, regardless of the outcome, both teams will be playing.
Well, the outcome is that I think perhaps the Empire has decided to retire. They've had a couple of really, really, really tough games today. Yeah, so it looks like they've decided it's been a rough day. Let's end it on a high note. Heaps of hugs, lots of love. They've gone, you know what? Let's go to the pub.
Good plan. Well, look, that brings our coverage of this game a little bit short. But we have been brought to you by Skate Project, Better Bearings, and Maitland Roller Derby's Junkyard Jerks with the replays.
Thank you so much for having us.
No, look, I find it really self-indulgent to get to talk about roller derby a lot. I love talking about it. I love talking about it with my friend Peps.
And I also love talking about it, and we talk about it anyway, so we might as well.
It's great to see all the love there between
so much love.
Rogues and the Empire.
My heart's getting too big for my chest. This is just so beautiful, man.
Look, I think on that note we should sign off.
I need to go and catch my breath. This has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm Red Hot Chili Pepper.
And I'm Copter.
And you're watching Downunder Derby TV.
See you guys.
Bye.
Downunder Derby TV.
Hi, I'm Judge Booty. We are the VR, the Virgin regime. We are a worldwide collective of queer skaters, their allies and their supporters. Roller derby is an inclusive sport. No matter how you identify or who you love, there is a team near you who will welcome you with loving arms and massive bruises.